So before I had my first baby, I used to try and do all the things to lose the fat, right? I went on diets. I went on no sugar. I went on no gluten. I ran a lot. I did HIIT training. I tried to run hills and did sprint training and just did all the things to try and lose the fat and the weight. And I just was never satisfied with how I looked because I felt like I was working really hard, but I wasn't looking the way I wanted to. But then this one thing, after I had my first baby, I signed up for a coach. And this one thing really helped me dial in to finally losing the belly fat, seeing my abs for the first time, getting in the best shape of my life after a baby, and how I'm able to get into really good shape continuously after my second baby and my third baby as well. And that is food tracking and flexible dieting. This tool is not about obsession. A lot of people think that you need to track macros every single gram to make sure the right numbers are really right, or they may say that tracking your food can be an obsession and you can develop eating disorders because of that. Or maybe you don't, you're thinking, I don't want to track forever. Or just tell me what kinds of things to eat and that will make me get fit, right? I've been there. I've not wanted to track my food. I didn't want to associate numbers with eating. I thought that was just not a healthy thing to do. Just eat healthy and you'll get fit. Was I wrong? I was trying to do that forever, right? I was trying to eat healthy, clean eating. I was trying to do all the workouts, but nothing was really changing. I felt strong, I felt healthy, but I wanted to get really fit and toned and feel really good and strong in my body and just feel really confident. So as I started food tracking and tracking and doing flexible dieting, I really gained a lot of knowledge and education. I created a way to do this food tracking and that worked for my life because I wasn't going to track every single macro and I couldn't track every single macro and get it perfect each day because I had a new baby. So I want to show you in this video what really matters, how to do this without an obsession, and how it actually worked for me to get in the best shape of my life and how I continue to use it to this day over 10 years ago when I had my first baby. So today we're going to go over why calories matter more than food type for fat loss and why food quality still counts for how you feel and perform and look, and why there's no one perfect diet, and then how food tracking can teach you more than any meal plan ever could. So after having my first baby and really subsequently after my second and my third, I always go back to the same place, right? I wanted to be healthy again. I wanted to feel like me again because, you get into this rhythm of focusing all of your energy on your baby, which is totally normal, by the way. Sometimes we just need that support and that push to kind of get back into healthy things again. So I was just trying to eat healthy and hope for the best, but that wasn't working for me. Wanted the scale to move. It wasn't budging at all. I wanted muscle definition. I wanted to lose the belly fat, to really be lean and toned and strong like I felt inside. And I just wanted to feel like all the effort I was putting into it, I just wanted to show up, right? To feel really confident. So I just tried eating clean. I tried to eat as many healthy foods as I could. Thought if I just cut out sugar or ate more whole foods, it would just magically happen. And yes, clean eating is very important. I felt good. I also had probably not an unhealthy relationship, but I just felt a lot of guilt around if I did eat sugar or I was missing out because I was restricting myself so much with different kinds of foods. And so I was just missing this one major piece, which is strategy. So once I started tracking my food, it was like a light switch flipped on. I finally knew what was actually going into my body. I could adjust based on what my body needed and not just what sounded healthy. There's a quote from a book that I like. It's called they say the laws of thermodynamics don't care if your calories come from organic kale or Pop-Tarts. Energy balance still rules fat loss. So studies have shown over and over that a calorie deficit leads to fat loss, right? No matter the food source. But here's a nuance here. If your diet is full of ultra processed foods, sugary, low fiber foods, your energy, digestion, your hormones, and gym performance, they all take a hit. And then you won't be able to change your body composition if you cannot work out and if you cannot do those things, right? So yes, you can lose fat eating junk food, right? But you probably will not feel great doing it. That's why I teach flexible dieting, because as moms, we need to be flexible. Most of your food should come from healthy foods like protein, fiber, nutrient dense stuff, right? But then we can also leave room for the fun foods without the guilt that comes with it, without the self sabotage. So, this is what really helps me get in the best shape of my life after pregnancies. This is what really helps my clients stay accountable and get in the best shape that they want to get into while still living a life. I wasn't guessing, I wasn't just trying to hope for the best. It was a system, right? I wasn't relying on a random meal plan. I had a system and that system gave me results and I could rely on that system because it's science. It just works, right? It's the law that works. So here's what food tracking can teach you. Portion awareness. All right, so you can have the healthiest smoothie in the world with kale and cucumber and ginger and all that stuff, right? But it could be over 700 plus calories, and you wouldn't know that unless you tracked it, right? Um, it can also teach you protein consistency, which is key for muscle definition and staying full, making sure you have enough protein. Because a lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm having some protein in this meal, but it might not be enough. That it might not be as much as you think it is, or you might not be having as much throughout the day as you should be having. It also teaches you real energy balance. You understand what maintenance, deficit, and surplus actually feel like when you're going through these phases of different goals. If you want to change your body composition, you need to go through these different phases: fat loss, reverse dieting, maintenance, building. And all of those phases have different calorie needs. Food tracking also helps with flexibility. You can get to your goals, but you can also enjoy food because food is not just fuel. It's memories, it's culture, it's togetherness, it's family ness, right? Food is a lot more than just fueling yourself. We can learn how to enjoy those things and not fear it. And then ultimately, food tracking just teaches you confidence because once you understand and have the knowledge and the education around what you're eating and how that's making you feel and how that's getting to what goals you want to get to, then the diet doesn't have power over you. And you're not sure, and you're not just guessing and feeling like you don't have any control because nothing's happening, right? Something that the fitness industry doesn't really focus on is after you lose the weight, how are you keeping it off? And that's where people get stuck. Sometimes it is easy to lose the weight. You can just eat less, work out more, right? Where people get stuck is keeping it off for good. And food tracking isn't just about weight loss. It's not just about losing the fat. Also, one of the best tools that you can have for maintenance and keeping the weight off long term. Most people don't fail to lose weight, they fail to maintain it. So if you have found yourself always trying to diet, always trying to lose the weight, eating too little a lot, just trying to eat as little as you can all the time, never taking time to actually figure out what's fueling your body, what you actually need for your energy balance, you might be holding yourself back from making any progress at all. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do and the smartest thing you can do in order to change your body composition and keep the weight off is to go into a maintenance phase or a reverse dieting phase where you increase calories to build up your metabolism back up, to repair your metabolism and your relationship with food, and set your body up for long-term success and long-term fat loss in the future. And guess what helps you to do that? Guess what helps you take the guesswork out? Tracking your food. You learn how much your body needs. You stop fearing carbs. You stop fearing calories. You gain the power to choose your goals instead of being stuck in a cycle of restriction and burnout, which is what I found myself doing all those years before I had my babies. Food tracking taught me how to eat more, to see results, to make sure that I was actually losing weight consistently and keeping it off and doing that again and again and going back and using that as a tool helped me from feeling stuck to in my postpartum body to feeling strong, lean, and confident again. And it gave me the tools just to stay consistent, not perfect, but consistent. And it really helped me to gain the knowledge and the education and the skills, the nutrition skills that I need to eventually intuitively eat as well when I'm not tracking. Yes, you're not going to track forever, and I don't track all the time. I track every once in a while to make sure I'm I'm learning things and I'm getting back on track to know what the portion sizes are again, to just get back into it. And it's just really teaching me and to eyeball portion sizes. And it's giving me that knowledge. So the more you track, the more you practice, the better you'll be able to do this intuitively in the future. It's not about obsessing over numbers. It's not about associating numbers with food anymore. It's about it's using tracking and as a learning tool, um, to develop the habits and the awareness that can carry you for life. But remember that there's no one size fits all perfect diet. Yes, the more healthy foods like fruits and vegetables and whole grains, that's going to make you feel really good, right? And if you're at that point and you're still not seeing results, it's time to really being aware of what's actually going on so that you can see your fat loss goals. Perfect plan does not exist. What matters most is what you can stick to and what you understand. And flexible dieting is a really good tool to stick to it because you can be flexible, but you can also be aware of things. And it just teaches education and knowledge. But you can also eat what you want by still staying in that range of calories. Food tracking isn't something you have to do forever, but it's a tool that will serve you for life. And it gives you the power to adjust based on what your body needs in any season, right? Whether that's fat loss, maintenance, or building strength. If you're a busy mom trying to feel strong and fit again, and you wanting to change your body composition, lose the belly fat, build shape and strength, and you're working hard and you're not really seeing the results that you want, even by doing all these things, this is the shift that helps you. This is a tool that's essential, just one of the many tools in the toolbox that's really going to help you. So if you feel like you're not sure how to do it, staying consistent with tracking is going to be so helpful for you. So start tracking, get MyFitnessPal up, start just practicing tracking your food. And if you're not sure how to figure out calories and where to start and your macros and things like that, that's exactly what I help my clients with. So with my coaching programs, I make sure that we set a goal that works for you and your goals and your lifestyle, because this is all different. And then we adjust week by week to make sure that you are seeing progress every single week and making sure that it's working for your lifestyle. So if this hit home for you, please like and subscribe and comment below what was your biggest takeaway. Thanks for watching.